Yeah. I'ma take them back one time, man. I'ma take them back to my hood. Let's show you how we used to do it back in Texas. Let's go. Hey, watch me tip down. Tryna flood the city, bitch, you fuck around and drown. I done came down, left my bump on the ground. I can pull a dime even if I ain't.
Okay.
I know, so exciting.
Ready? No. All right.
Countdown.
Welcome to Chronic. Hold on.
This one was gonna be different.
I know, right? Welcome to Khronic Konversations. This is episode 2 with your girl Mary Jane
And your girl Talissa. And first and foremost, we just want to say shout out to everybody who has been listening, who has subscribed, and all that good stuff. We really appreciate that.
Everybody who already tuned in and is supporting what we got going on, we really appreciate that. On this episode, we got a special guest, special to my heart, another one of my best friends. My girl Gabby's in the house.
Hey.
Gabby is going to be a regular host, and she's also an owner of her own salon, Cosmo Life with Gabby G. And how long have you been having that salon, sis?
I've been in business for 2 years now.
Already.
And
good job.
Thank you. And I'm excited about our merch.
Yes.
So bigger and better.
Yes, if you tuned in last episode, me and Gabby will be merging our salons together. So I have Chronic Beauty Bar, she has Cosmo Life, and together we are going to be Chronic Cosmo. I'm super excited for that, and if only we could just get into this building.
Yes,
it's like
the pressure.
We're going to be super busy. Everyone that's involved is going to be super busy.
Yes, I'm excited. So on this episode, we wanted to put a stamp on it with Talissa. We used to do Sexy Saturday, and she would be Tea with the Tea.
Y'all know it.
But now you got something else for us.
Yes, so now I am doing tips with tea, and I have a tip of the week for everyone out there.
Just the tip.
Okay.
Yeah, not the whole thing. It is called Train Your Brain. And by that, I just mean we all have a conscious and a subconscious mind. Obviously, our conscious mind is everything that we're conscious of, and our subconscious mind is everything that we don't focus on. Right? Yeah. So it's like if there's a lot of things that are positive that we're not focusing on, it's in our subconscious mind, not our conscious mind.
Okay.
So the way to train your brain, I've been working on this. So it's not easy. It's hard, but I've been working on it. So training your brain basically is to think anything positive. You're not a millionaire. You're not rich. If you talk like you are, you will be. These are things that you have to put into how would you say
speak into existence?
Exactly. Speaking into existence. Yeah. Manifest. I love that word. Yes. And all that stuff. So if you go to bed and you're like, oh, I got to clean tomorrow and I got to cook and all these things, that's what you're marinating on all night when you go to sleep. And when you wake up, it's just a cycle, right? Yeah. So if you go to sleep thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm going to kick ass. I'm going to do this. I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to do this. When you wake up, it's a different feeling, right?
Yes.
And if you do this every day, your thought process starts to change. Like just the way you talk, the way you, about everything, it starts to change. And you will start seeing changes in your life. And even if it's like making affirmations for yourself, like I'm a leader. I'm this, or I will be an activist. I'm whatever it is. I am successful. Then and your outlook on everything starts to change.
I'm the mayor.
Hopefully, exactly. Next. So hopefully, you guys try it. It's not easy, but if it's a daily routine though, and that is the way to do that. So if y'all try it, y'all let us know and see how it's going. Tip. Yes. So that was tips with tea. So take it or leave it.
I love that because literally everything all my accomplishments, I manifested. Like I seen it before it ever happened. Like from every little step, I swear I seen it first and then it happens later. Mm-hmm. So manifestation is real.
It is.
Yes.
And you'll see it. You'll see it happening right in front of you. Like, man, I did think I was doing that. I
wasn't tripping.
I wasn't tripping. I knew I was gonna have a salon. I didn't know it was gonna be as quickly.
Right.
But
okay. Let's say this. What are y'all manifesting right now? What's something y'all are manifesting?
I have something in the works, but I just it ain't
speaking into existence, girl.
Yes, I know, but
I need to hear it.
See, look, this is another tip, but we'll go into that one at a different episode. It's another one about keeping things sacred at sometimes,
right.
But yes, in the next few weeks, I will be announcing something else that I'm working on.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you got anything you manifesting?
Manifesting at this moment, I'm just trying to get into our building.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm
manifesting our private plane. Right? I already got my pilot.
No, I was just about to say that. So we need to manifest the plane.
Shout out to my pilot, one of my clients. Yes, he knows who he is, and I tell him this all the time. You gonna be my pilot, you know that, right? Because like if I need a turkey leg hug from Houston, like I just need a real quick fly me out, and we good. I'll be right back. Right. I got dinner. Okay, so an event we got coming up is the Women Empowerment event. Both of you ladies were there at the last event, so let's just rewind a little bit about that, and then we can talk about the new guest speakers who are going to be at the July event. So, what y'all think about the last event?
I thought it was very touching. Like it hit home for me because I've been through a lot, and not only that, just to see like these women. I was a kid whenever they were my age, and like I grew up knowing them, not knowing their story, and it was so real. Like man, I can't believe she was going through that, and I was just a little kid, not knowing that she was going through that. But she looked like none of that was fazing her during that time. Right,
I think that's all women got a good disguise on that. Like you could never know what a woman is really going through.
I think everyone in attendance took something home that day.
Oh yeah, man, we were all crying. Yeah, we were all laughing. Like, and it's not even a sad event. It's like there were proud moments where I was crying. There were like, sad moments, but there was like so much encouragement. So, like it was just a vibe. It was such a vibe. Yeah. Okay, so the next the next event will be with the guests. I just put out the flyer, and the guest speakers will be Lindsay Littman from News 25. Okay. We love Lindsay. Lindsay, ever since I met her, she's just like, that's my white girl right there.
She supports a lot. She supports a lot of things that you see other people in the media that don't, so it's,
or just like people with power in Waco, like they, kind of shy away from, like her, she's putting the flashlight on it. Yes. And I really do appreciate her for that. So I love my girl Lindsay. And I only heard a few like bits and pieces of her story, like just from our like quick meetings and quick, link ups, like it would be like something she'll spill out that is not even necessarily like her whole story, but it's enough to know.
It's something there.
It's enough to know that she's
excited.
Yes, and so when I see her on the news every night and every morning now, so like when I see her there, I'm just like, wow, like look at her go. Like so I'm so excited for everybody to hear her story and what she's been through, what she's overcame, and how she's got to where she's at now. Yes. The other one is Floetic Desire. She's a female artist. And she's poetic. She's a rap star. Like she has won so many things from her skills. Like, and it's just we've had her on the hip hop podcast as well. And
she was at your graduation party.
She came to my graduation party. Yes, I just love her like all around. And she's very strong, very strong minded, and like I respect her on many levels as a woman. And I think her story is going to be awesome to hear as well. And then the last one is Juliana Resendez, which is my soon to be stepsister.
Okay.
My cousin.
Is it stepsister? Yeah, right.
Yes, stepsister.
Yeah, okay. Because I never had no stepsister before, but I be saying my sister-in-law. Wait, it's not sister-in-law. It's stepsister. Yeah, because I don't know, but yeah, she'll be my soon-to-be stepsister, and she's been through some stuff. Like I actually had a chance to interview her before, but I want everybody to get to hear her story and like just see how far she's came, because it's beautiful. I think it's going to be exciting for all of us. And
y'all won't want to miss out?
Yes, so go on and register now. And go on and reserve your seats, because seats are limited. It'll be July 11th right here at the Road Media studio. It's 715 Washington, and it is July 11th at 11:30.
Snacks, mimosas.
Yes, we have brunch and some mimosas, and we just have like a good time. It's music, and we just laugh, and we just enjoy each other and encourage each other. And I know every woman needs a little bit of that, you know what I mean?
Networking, right? Yeah. So that plays a major part in it as well.
Yes, we do network. So bring your business cards or bring your ideas to the floor. Like we got a questionnaire session where you could just ask questions, anything that you want to learn more a little bit about, or if you just want some feedback or say something like positive, and it's just a vibe. It really is. And after the first one, girl, I got so much feedback, not even from myself, like just what I got out of it, but from everybody else. And I was like, I know so many women who could get up there.
Yes.
Like, I know so many women.
It's encouraging when they're up there telling their story, just to see where they were at first, and then to see the success that they have now. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's important to know that, like, no woman is perfect. Like, we all go through some things. Like I said, there's always going to be something that we're going to face ahead of us. And we can't prepare for stuff like that. But as long as we got each other's back, I think that we'll be all right.
And it was very motivational, too, just to see, like, these are business women. These are single women. These are, you know, like, like they have went through it, or not even just went through it, just... Actually, they're telling us their story like that. He started from the bottom and
and now they're here.
Yeah, they're here at the top.
Yes, and we only see like their success. We don't see like where they came from or where they started or where like what got them there. Like Christy Player, she's been to jail before.
That's what I'm
Like, who knew that? Who knew Christy?
No one.
Now she's out here bailing people out. Like I really loved her story. Rosalinda, she was fired from an insurance company and picking up cans when she was little. Like, girl, and look at her now. She has multiple locations. Like, I'm just so proud of her and Shaquela the Great. Like, not only in her story, I think she set the tone because she went first. And so she like just gave it all. Like, she just poured out her heart.
I think that helped everybody a little bit.
And you know what? I was thinking they were gonna be a little shy, so I purposely had her go first because she was not shy with me
at all.
She was like, when we met, the first day we met, she had me in tears. You know what I mean? Just because I'm doing her hair and she's just opening up to me, and I knew she wasn't scared because she has a purpose, and that is to like influence people and to inspire them. So I really thought that she would do an awesome job doing this, and it's another chance of her to get it off and explain her story. And by no means do I think any of those ladies are perfect, you know what I mean? But and like we said, they're still gonna face some things that are gonna bring them down. But they are so strong, and if they can keep it moving, then
they're inspiring for sure.
They are, and they're like door openers as well.
Oh yeah,
like.
They're givers. They're givers because all three of them have had some kind of sponsorship in my events, like whether it was the Christmas event or the Easter event, like all three of them have, and this was before the Women Empowerment event. You know what I mean? So this was even before we had that platform.
And even the next three, they're also doing things, you know, of that nature too.
Being involved.
Yes. So it's exciting to get that event popping, and we'll just see, we'll see where it leads, because
that's why I like being a part of the events. I'm not the one that's like, hey, let's throw an event. But if you talk to me about it, I'll be the one that's going to help out at those events. Yeah. And just to be a part of them too, in the moment when we're there, you know, everything that's been involved, everything moving forward, it's fun, it's inspirational, it's good to see the kids having fun, families, you know, and all that. So
Yes. So I do think that, you know, we can just always come up with more things to do for the community, for women, for men.
There's always people willing to help.
Right. Yes. And even just seeing it's like, okay, what can we do next? What we going to do next?
Like, yes. And that's all God. I swear I had the prayer. Like after we did the Chronic Christmas and, you know, sponsored all those families for Christmas, I prayed about it. I was like, okay, God, what else? What's next? What do you want me to do? And that was the egg hunt. That's how the egg hunt came about. Yeah. Like it was loud and clear. And that's why I love my relationship with God, because I swear it'd be loud and clear. Like, girl, this is what I want you to do, you know? And I just be like, okay, God, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to try my hardest, you know what I mean? And it was great. I was overwhelmed that day, too, because I did not expect that many kids. Like,
it was a big turnout.
It was huge.
When I pulled up, I
almost wasn't enough.
I started crying. I'm like, man, Gabby, get it together. Yeah. Like...
No, girl, I was scratching my head because whenever I was getting ready and getting all these eggs into the car and getting it to the park, I was thinking to myself, we got way too many eggs, bro. Like, it's way too many eggs. Man. And then as the kids kept coming and they kept coming,
we don't got enough eggs.
We're going to run out.
Everybody get 3 eggs apiece.
Yes. and it just gave me so much inspiration to like keep it going. And like next year, bigger park, more volunteers, more eggs.
Yeah. It was separated by groups because there were so many kids, like age groups. It wasn't just, all right, everybody run and go. We had to give the babies a chance.
I didn't think I was gonna need to do that. Like I really didn't think, but then and then I was gonna wait until dark, because all the eggs were lit up at night, right? And Sice tells me, shout out to Sice because he was our DJ, and he volunteered to do that. Like I didn't have to book him or anything like that. He just makes stuff happen, and I love DJ Precise. But he was like, sis, I think you're going to have to do this egg hunt now. There's way too many kids. Like, if you wait till night, they're going to trample over each other. And I was like, you're right. You're right. But by the time the egg hunt was over, the sun was down and everything was glowing. Like, all their buckets were glowing. And I thought that was
the adults were having so much fun, too.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
Somebody forgot their kid.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. That's how much fun, I guess everybody was having. It was crazy. That's how much people was out there.
Yes.
Like,
It was a lot.
It was
a
awesome.
lot of us.
Yes, it was overwhelming, and that was all God because, I only did the bare
Who was
minimum.
the vendor?
There was 2 vendors out there, food vendors. It was Boardwalk on Elm and also Fat Ho Burgers.
I remember them, but I was like, who was the other one? It was Boardwalk.
Yes, they were definitely happy to be a part of it and said
giving
anything
out hot
else.
dogs and everything.
Right, anything else we got going on, they'll be a part of it. So that's awesome. Like we got support. We got enough support to do what we got to do.
We really do.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Now it's time for the Sexy 60. It's just a little something I want to do to show y'all what I find sexy, whether it's male or female. And since Father's Day is right around the corner, I thought I would give a shout out to all those baby daddies who are doing their thing. Like, ain't nothing sexier than a man who takes care of his kids. Even if he got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. As long as he's taking care of them, that's sexy. Like,
I don't know nobody with that many kids taking care of all of them.
I don't know.
Right? But
My daddy did all right. He got 8. He got 8.
Both got daddies. Well, all 3 of them.
No, 9. It's 9 of us. 2
All 3
girls,
of our
7.
daddies
I
got
guess
a lot of kids.
A lot of kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank God for the mamas, but it's about the
part.
daddies.
Yeah.
It's sexy.
We're not talking about that. Like, we're talking about the ones who do take care of their kids. Because there are plenty of men who take care of their kids. And even if you don't got that many, but you handling your business, like you don't need nobody to tell you to take care of your kids. I think that's very sexy in a man, very attractive. So to all the daddies out there, baby daddies, daddies, all of them. Happy Father's Day, and keep doing what you're doing because your role is so important. Okay, and that was the Sexy 60 with your girl Mary Jane. And another thing we got going on this episode is our Artist of the Week.
Yes.
So the music you heard in the beginning of this show was by our boy Jay Trouble. So,
shout out the Traps and Tribulations. Look, I got your shirt on,
okay,
Jay.
representing.
Yeah, she didn't tell me she was gonna wear his shirt now. I would have worn mine.
Did something.
But yeah, shout out to Jay Trouble. He has been doing his thing for a very long time. So if you haven't heard of Jay Trouble, I don't know what you've been doing because this man has been doing it since he was like 14 years old.
Yeah, for real.
Like I remember like at, quinceañeras and like little like all these younger things when we were younger. Like
out there performing.
He's been putting in work for years, and so I think he is very well deserved to be the Artist of the Week.
Yes, for sure.
One of my favorite songs about him, with him, is the one he has with ESG Texas, and that's the one we played right here on our episode. So shout out to you, and he also has an event coming up.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Are you having any parts of this?
Yes.
Or
So my brother called me up, ring, ring, ring. And this ain't why he's the Artist of the Week, because I was already going to give it to him. I already had his music.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
He just called me up like the day before yesterday and asked me to host his virtual concert. Okay. He's been a part of virtual concerts down in Houston ever since like quarantine has hit. It has not stopped Jay Trouble. Like he also got like all these other businesses, but as far as his music, he been going down to Houston and doing these virtual concerts. He's even did one for SPM. Like there was the SPM virtual concert, and like the Mexicans, the essays, they love him.
They love him. They show love.
Yes, and I just wish Waco would get behind him the way other cities do because he really gets love everywhere else.
I think Houston showed out for him.
Houston, and he had a lot of props in Atlanta. He goes to California and gets love there too. So like he's really a good legend. judging out here. Yes, in Waco. So, he's bringing the virtual concert to Waco.
Okay.
And so he's looking for artists who want to perform. I'm a sponsor for him for this event as well. And then he called me up and he wanted me to host it. So I'm like, okay,
perfect.
Yes. You know, I was like, duh, because who else gonna do it?
Who else did you have in mind?
He's talking about me. But it's all good. He was on the radio with us as well, and he's, you know, we've always go back to back. It's just brotherly, sisterly love.
Yes.
But yeah, shout out to Jay Trouble. What do y'all think about him? How do y'all feel about Jay?
I've been knowing Jay since way back in high school. We were in like a recovery credit class. But anyway,
baby kids.
I know. So we would see each other when we would show up to class. That's sad to say, but anyway, yeah.
When y'all were trying to recover.
I know, right? So that's the first time that I met him. So when we met, I knew that he was already doing music and all that, and I think that's when he might have had his little braids back then, I think.
Right.
Yeah. But that's why I said he's been doing his thing for a long time, because he was even performing back then, and that was like 10th grade.
Yeah. And he's actually a good daddy too. So happy Father's Day, Jay Trouble.
Yeah, he really is.
He coaches his kids. He's out there, like, he's very active in his kids' lives, and that's another thing that I love about Jay Trouble. Right. He's a good dad. He's really good. He's musically talented.
It's gonna make him cry.
Right. I know, right? Now he crying.
I mean, I met him through you. You introduced me to Jay Trouble. Like, okay, yes.
Yeah.
So,
and he's very talented. He's a good heart.
He really is.
Yeah.
His vibe is really good. It's like family. When I see him, it's like, hey, brother. You know what I mean? Like, very welcoming. Yes.
He's always by himself.
Very. Yeah.
And he shows up. He shows up for every event.
Your kids' birthday parties. Like, I mean, he's there.
Yeah, my kids call him JJ. they nicknamed him.
Right.
But they love watching him on YouTube too. Like, just, you know, his vibe is cool, and his music is more, to me, he's very much who he is, like, in his music as he is at home. He goes by Sauce Poppy or Richie Valens. Yeah. Like, he has all these little nicknames and personas that he taps into, and it's all good. I really support my bro.
Yeah. Shout out, Jay.
I know,
shout
right?
Out to Jay.
Another thing we want to do is shout out to anybody who wants to sponsor our podcast. We are looking for sponsors of the whole show, sponsors of the segments we got going on. So if you want to get your business mentioned on our podcast and on our flyers and everything that we do, all the events that we have going on, we'll get y'all in there as well. Just hit us up.
That's Tips with T. That's the Sexy 60, and then Artist of the Week.
Right. Those are our segments, and we hope you enjoyed it. And we will be making more episodes coming up.
Yes. So remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that. And thank you for you guys' support. Right, ladies?
Yes. Peace out.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.